not the rotary. Like, how does you have to just like spin a dial type thing and then like finger print thingies and dial up internet? What is it? You have to dial up. How does that even work? Like, you have to charge the internet? Isn't that a be kind of rewinding thing? If you didn't rewind your tape, then you get fined for that. But it looks like a brick that I would use to throw somewhere. Like, if I saw that, I wouldn't think it's what it is. I would just think, oh, someone left their brick thingy. Let me just throw it. Hey, your fellow Gen Z, very curious man's gonna be checking out You Can Do It, Gen X. I feel it's going to be very uplifting. So look, this is another one from the Holderness family, guys. Look, man, this one, if you've seen a few of my recent reactions, you'll know that I've done like 1 or 2 of their songs before, and I just love their satirical kind of comedic stance from Gen X perspective and all these things, how they incorporate that into their songs. It's hilarious, man. But look, I'm very curious to see what they have to say in this one. I haven't seen it before. Look, I'm doing movie reaction to some classics from the past, like The Breakfast Club and the Prince Purple Rain movie, and I plan on doing so many more movie reactions on the Patreon. So if you guys want to get that exclusive bonus content, thanks for checking that out. As well as you'll get access to other stuff like my my album reviews to like Prince's Purple Rain and Sign of the Times albums, and so much other exclusive content. And of course, guys, I've got a music channel where you can get all the classic song reactions that I've done to people like, you know, the Righteous Brothers, the Bee Gees, the Carpenters, the Beatles, Elvis Presley, Queen, Led Zeppelin, AC/DC. Look, the list goes on. I didn't know about all of those ones until like the last 2 months. So if you guys are interested in that, then consider checking that out on that channel that I'll put on the screen. And yeah, guys, look, other than that, let's get straight into this video. Let's go.
Do you ever look at the world and think that it's too much to bear? Just remember you're Gen X. You used to have to crimp your hair.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, you can get through anything. You've already come so far.
Do you know what? Already off the jump, from the videos that I've done, I love how they're doing this set in like the woods, because I feel like it just shows how much, not in the woods, just in nature. Because I just like, it just shows how much you guys actually went outside back in the day. Like this part here where she's just lying on a bench, like only a Gen Xer could do that and just find that stuff fun. Like Gen Z, we need our phones, man. We need our phones, which is kind of sad. I kind of prefer how things used to be in this case.
Just remember you're Gen X. You used to have to crimp your hair. Yeah, you can get through anything. You've already come so far. You used to print out directions to navigate your car.
Oh, okay. I don't even want to imagine what that was like, man. That just, from my perspective now, seeing how you guys used to do things, that's so different, man. Printing out directions to go somewhere. Long.
You used to print out directions to navigate your car. This headband used to dig into your skull.
What is that? Why would you?
Found books using Dewey Decimal.
Still don't. Yeah. I still don't know what Dewey Decimal. Like some people have tried to explain it to me. It still doesn't make sense. I feel like I need to watch a whole video on this, like a whole. Guys, look, I know some of you guys want to type in the comments below and explain it to me, like, but some of you guys be using examples that are like more like referring to your time. It's like, you know, Dewey Decimal is kind of like, you know, when you have to go through a yellow phone book and you have to go, I'm just like, mate, I don't know what a yellow phone book or the yellow book pages, whatever you guys call them, are. Like, you guys have to put it in Gen Z terminology. Like, if anyone could do that for me, that would be great, because I still don't.
Used to dig into your skull, and you found books using Dewey Decimals. Yeah, when you're faced with uncertainty, like photos that you got developed at a pharmacy. Remember this one thing, when life feels like a mess,
is that a Jack in the Box?
Because you're Gen X.
Okay.
If you're feeling overwhelmed and overworked, you're not alone.
Right.
You'll get through it. You used to make calls with the rotary freaking phone.
Oh, not the rotary. Like, how does you have to just like spin a dial type thing and then like finger print thingies embedded in the grooved into it, whatever you want to call it, and then like use that, and you have to remember numbers and stuff, because you could like just thinking of how you guys used to communicate back in the days, like from long distance communication, is just a whole different world to what it is now, man. And I can't relate to any of that. I don't even think I've ever seen a rotary phone in real life. dial-up internet. What is it? You have to dial up. How does that even work? You have to dial it up. Like you have to charge the internet, and it only works a certain amount of time. Let me just search that real quick, man. Let me just search that, because you guys be like, oh, you got Google, you can just search it. Okay, all right, that's exactly what I'm gonna do, guys. Look, I'm gonna do it now. Dial-up internet access is a form of internet that accesses the uses of facilities of the public switched telephone network to establish a connection. Public switched telephone network that uses facilities of the public switched telephone network. Public switch telephone. There's a why is there a public switch? Is that like data? Is that like another way of saying data, that we have like 4G? Look, the Google searches don't help, okay? Look, sometimes I'm trying to understand what that, I've never heard of a telephone network, whatever you like. Listen, if you guys again can please explain that to me, that would be great, because I just be so confused sometimes during these videos.
Had 3 9s and 2 zeros. If you think this is the worst thing it can get, nah, brah, you live through dial-up internet.
So much.
Think that the world is kinda lame. At least you don't have to blow real hard to fix your video game.
Oh my days.
Remember this one?
Not you guys having to blow into your Atari consoles for it to work, man. Yeah, that just... You guys really went through it, man. And I guess that's the point of this song, because if you guys go for a struggling time now, just remember how life used to be, and remember, you can do it. If you can get through that, you can get through what is now, man, right?
Blow real hard to fix your video game.
Oh, wow.
Remember this one thing.
Oh, wow.
When life feels like a mess, you can do it because you're Gen X. You made it through AOL, made it through scratched up CDs, made it through the Oregon Trail without getting dysentery.
I know about that.
You made it through VHS, being kind and rewinding. You can make it through dialing for one.
Isn't that be kind of rewinding thing? If you didn't rewind your tape, that you get fined for that. That's what I've heard. I could have misunderstood that, but that's what I feel like he's talking about. But let me know some of the be kind of rewind stories you guys have, because even VHS tapes, that's like, I don't have any recollection of that. That was before I was born. When I grew up, we had CDs at that point. So like, yeah, VHS tape. It honestly looks like a rectangle. It's like a 3D rectangle, which is exactly what it is. But it looks like a brick that I would use to throw somewhere. Like if I saw that, I wouldn't think it's what it is. I would just think, oh, someone left their brick thingy. Let me just throw it. Anyways.
Without getting dysentery, you made it through VHS, being kind and rewinding. If you can make it through dialing 411, you can make it through anything.
411.
If you heard this song on the radio and you wanted it replayed, you'd have to wait for several hours or maybe several days.
That's facts.
You'd be sitting by the radio and you'd hear it starting up. You'd press record and play at the same time, and your cassette would get jammed up. And you'd have to fix it with some sort of utensil,
right?
Like a knife or even a number 2 pencil.
No, look, I know so many guys can relate to that, man. Like having to wait for your song to come on the radio and then record it. And then some of you guys telling me some of the tricks you guys used to use to like get the audio, like, and to have it be good quality or whatever it was you guys are saying. Look, that's a struggle that I'm glad I never got to experience. But at the same time, a struggle that I feel like a lot of you guys watching would probably be able to just like, it gives you a nice like nostalgic shot, man. Because look at the struggles we used to go through. Like in a way, there's like a beauty in that.
Like a knife or even a number 2 pencil, but somehow you'll record that banger. Even though your antenna is just a bit cold hanger.
They had antenna.
You pay bills by mail. You learned how to MapQuest. You
I didn't even know what that is.
order from catalogs like Sharper, Image, and Best. You've been through all of this. It makes you better than the rest.
Better than the rest.
Because you're Gen X.
Wow, so much enthusiasm.
Every ounce of anxiety I have is because of this one toy. Ready?
Is that a Jack in the Box?
So much. Why did we do this to children? Where are we going, babe?
Oh, is that the thing you had to like? It kind of popped up at a random time, and I don't know.
Why did we do this to children? Where are we going, babe? It looks like you're carrying a piano up a large hill.
What, you don't like to play a piano in a field by yourself? Come on.
This is commitment to the craft. Hiking
But I hear it. That's such a Gen
with a
X
keyboard down a trail and up a hill
thing
to find an empty field. Why? I don't know. Why does he do anything? Point this out that this is a public area and people are just walking by, acting totally normal.
Don't kill
And
me.
we have this guy.
These guys are actually funny, man.
Check out the whole thing.
Okay, guys, that basically is the end of the video. Let me like that. Look, like again, man, always seeing how things used to be is always a nice flashback to the past. I guess the point of the song, even though I was a bit distracted, was to kind of just show, you know, look at the struggles you guys used to go through, and look how much times have changed. And if you can get through those times, then what is it like whatever struggles you're going through now? Come on. Like, you can get through it. You can do it, Gen X. It's like a nice, feel-good, upbeat, uplifting, kind of like anthem that, you know, I guess a lot of you Gen Xers could bop to and relate to, which is interesting as well, because to some degree, like, I know in this song they were kind of making it sound as if you know, the struggles of the past were like taxing. But you know what's interesting? I think as time goes on and you see how much like things have changed now, I think I wouldn't be surprised if a lot of you guys, and from what I've heard, a lot of you guys would actually prefer to go back to the struggle, which is interesting. Maybe not necessarily just because of how hard it was, because of course we can probably admit that now things are a lot more convenient and easier to do, right? Simpler. You guys get on us Gen Zers for how convenient things are, and remember what, if you guys knew what life was like back in my day, like how many times have I heard my parents say that? But anyways, I'm sure you guys can admit life now is a lot more convenient in terms of technology and stuff. But I feel like a lot of you guys would still prefer to go back even and experience these struggles because of, I guess, the whole period that it existed within. You know, just a life before the internet where things were a lot more simple, and people were a lot more like outgoing, and you know, if you could go on these adventures and things weren't as censored, and you didn't have to watch what you say, and there wasn't this cancelled, like, you know, people used to actually deal with things themselves and all these things, the independence you had compared to how things now are. But you know what's interesting as well? I also think that's one of those things you can only really appreciate. Like, you wouldn't appreciate it back then because it was just normal, but then you can only really appreciate it more so now when you see what it is. Like, it's only something you can really appreciate with hindsight. But look, that's food for thought. Look, I'll be very curious to see if you guys like would prefer still, you know, to have the struggles of back then, or whether you prefer how things are simpler now, in that sense. Because I know a lot of you guys would rather go back in time to experience these things again. So help me understand that as well, because I'm also thinking, like, surely you would like things now, right? Things are easier, but a lot of you guys would prefer things back then. And not just easier, I guess there's many other reasons, right? But look, you guys, let me know what you think about that. And of course, can you guys relate to a lot of what was said in this video? Or were there some things that were missed out? I know I did a lot of talking during this. If you guys made it to this point, look, comment down the orange heart. I love all you guys. I watched it all the way to the end, and just click off as soon as I start speaking or the video ends. You guys are real ones if you made it to this point. So comment down those orange hearts, lets me know who the real ones are, or #flex are, so I know who made it to this point. So I know some of you guys are still struggling with emojis. And of course, guys, look, if you want to check out some of the other Holden's family reactions that I've done, check out the playlist at the end of the video. And of course, guys, look, like the video before you head on out. I'm your boy JayFlex. This has been You Can Do It, Gen X from the Holden's family. And for those guys who made this point, you guys have been absolutely wonderful. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.